Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit the like button, comment below, share, do all of that. If you have not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button right now. It's your host, F. Merritt. We got reports of Errol Spence taking on Sebastian Fundora for the WBC title at 154 pounds. Fundora currently owns that. I don't know how to feel about this. A lot of people are going to be like, it's good to see Spence come on back, get this title shot against Fundora. Fundora has been holding it down. He took the title away from Tim Tszyu. He's ready to go, blah, blah, blah. Some people are going to think that Spence got leapfrog, actually leapfrog Terrence Crawford and doesn't deserve it. I don't know if they're wrong or right. Honestly, my personal opinion, I don't like how certain fighters can take a loss and come back and get a title shot immediately. Me personally, okay, Spence has been out the ring for a minute. He came off a terrible performance against Terrence Crawford, got dropped 3 times and ultimately stopped in that fight. I think he needed a tune-up. I think Errol Spence definitely should have taken a tune-up. It should have been a tune-up card for Jermell Charlo coming off of a loss, same situation. As Errol Spence, I'm just saying, coming off a loss, they could have put Jermall Charlo on that, and they could have did a tune-up card in Texas to get ready for this fight. That way people are going to sit here and say, oh, okay, Spence still has something left in the tank. Spence still looks good. Oh, Spence just wasn't himself that night against Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? But now he's back on track. He feels better at 154 pounds, or whatever weight he wants to fight at. He feels better. Like, that's how it should have been done. But for him to come off of a loss, a terrible, once again, a terrible performance, getting dropped and stopped by Terrence Crawford and come immediately get a title shot against Fundora, that makes no sense, yo. It really doesn't make any sense. Now, of course, money, talks or whatever, but we don't even know how many of the Errol Spence supporters jumped off the fan base. They could have jumped right out. They be like, we're gonna go support somebody else. This guy isn't the guy. We don't even know how many of his fans he has left. Not saying he doesn't have a lot of fans, but I'm just saying it was cringeworthy when Errol Spence got in that ring to take this picture with Sebastian Fundora after Fundora, ultimately defeated Tim Tszyu. It was cringeworthy. Then he gets up in there and says, oh, you got the big dog next. Huh? No, sir. No. Fundora has been on record saying, I want to fight the best in the world. I want to fight Terrence Crawford. Okay, so you're not the best. No, you're not the big dog, Errol Spence. No disrespect to you, sir, but I personally would have loved to see you get a tune-up. You've been out the ring for a while. Then you go into a title shot at 154 pounds. You're going to feel better. You're probably going to be a different fighter. This could be good or bad. We don't know how much of you is left. But this is what the fans are complaining about. Because imagine if Errol Spence goes in there and he gets stopped again. He loses again. We don't want to hear excuses when guys get in there and perform. We don't want to hear injuries. We don't want to hear, oh, I was weight drained. Move up. Fight at the weight you're supposed to fight at. And you won't be sitting here saying, oh, I was weight drained. You knew you stayed at the weight too long. You know when it's time to leave the division. You know if you're hurt. It's just common sense type of things. I don't want to hear no excuses. I want the best product when these guys get into the ring. If you want these fans to pay all this money for these pay-per-views, pull up and support and buy all this merchandise, support all these fights that we honestly aren't even asking for, in hopes that we're going to get the big super fight in the future. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're asking the fans to do. And then we get matchups like this, where we have an Errol Spence coming off of a loss. We don't even know if he's okay. Is your eye okay? You had eye surgery again. Okay? How much is left of you, sir? Fundora. We don't even know what's going on with that. I thought he was injured. All of this is a game, and I don't like it. The fans don't like it. But if we are going to get fights, I want both fighters to be at their best so we can ultimately get the best matchups and the best show possible. I'm all about a spectacle. I love the big pay-per-views. I love to get my money's worth when I pay for a pay-per-view, or when I show up to a fight. I'm happy I showed up and I realized, man, this was a special time. This was a special event, man. I appreciate it. I love these type of moments. But when you get matchups that nobody asked for, and don't make sense. How are guys coming off of losses getting title shots? When guys been working their whole lives, their whole careers, been winning, they don't get title shots. They get overlooked. I can go into a whole nother video, a whole nother rant about how a lot of these guys are not the best in the world. They are the best within the network in which they fight in. But that's a whole nother thing. And that's not coming from me. That's what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying that. But honestly, salute to Errol Spence. Hey, you got another opportunity. All of this goes away. All of the doubt goes away. All the naysayers goes away if you go in there and defeat Sebastian Fundora for that 154 title. You could possibly call for a rematch with Terrence Crawford at 154 pounds. I don't know. Maybe you could get that title and then move up and try to get the Canelo fight at 168. I don't know. But if you look bad, if you lose, I think it's over. I think it's done. It is what it is, sir. You're a former unified champion, but it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Salute to Errol Spence. Salute to Sebastian Fundora. The link is in the description below. You guys check it out for yourselves. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. It's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. I'm out.